the last, the three, the darker, whoops, thank you, good catch.
Thank you.
What do we want dark? Well, not a whole lot. You don't want to overdo the darks or it'll really kill off the entire thing. So if this is my birch, I know on birch trees, there are those scarred marks from where there were branches. See what that does right away there for the light?
Yeah.
You see how light everything looks now once you add dark to it.
Mhm.
It's all relative. Everything's relative. So that looks really dark right there. But if we got something darker than that, it would start to make that look lighter. So in your painting, if you get a dark area, let's say you get this area way too dark down here and you're not sure what to do, the first thing I would suggest trying is not try and lighten it up, but add deeper darks into it in a few spots and everything else will bring life back in there. It'll lighten it up. Okay, and then, so let's go back out here. Let's add a few. I'm sort of cheating here since I already added those trees and I'm just trying to catch up with it. But it'll hopefully show you that that is the 3, not a 2. There's that, a little of this here, maybe something there and there. These pines, they might be dark against light here, but then light against dark down here. Let's try and, it's called a counter change. See how the tree is dark against light here, but then down here I'm going to paint the background darker. So the tree will go light against dark. That makes for interesting artwork. And that doesn't seem to be very obvious there. So maybe not the best example there. But on some of these, here we can put some darks in here. A few darks out here on some of these branches. There. But you see what I mean? It's starting to get like really busy. We don't necessarily want that either. That's where the value sketch helps you sort these things out. So when you get to that final painting, you say, that's too busy. I need to change that.
So is there any kind of guidance as to how much dark versus medium versus light?
I've heard different things. It's, in the end, it's personal preference. I'd try not to have 50-50 though. It'd be my simplest.
No, 50-50.
Yeah, I don't try and have, I'd always try and lopsided, like 80-20. If it's 80% light and 20% dark, or 80% dark, 20% light, that's my preference always, is to go more dark and less light. I think the light's stronger, but that's not always true either. So, and those are called high key or low key paintings. If it's mostly light, it's high key. Mostly dark, low key. So let's put a little bit of the dark up here, but let's link this so it's not so busy. There will be a darker shadow down the birch tree right here. And that shadow will be softened. And see how it's dark against the sky here, but lighter, it'll be lighter against the background here. Simplify that by merging these together.
And I notice you're not looking at the painting, so you're using your mind
Yep.
to imagine what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm not looking at that very much
Yep.
anymore because I'm going to get hung up in details. I'll try and paint every little speck of bark on the tree or something.
So you just, it's better to not look and just use your imagination.
I
it's
think so
looser.
after you get going. 4 or 5. So let's try and put a darker tree in here, which is my original thought. Let's see if that even works. And we could have some darker branches coming out behind these. It's maybe like a...
But you already have dark in the painting.
I already
right?
do have dark there, yeah.
That's so pretty already with the colors.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So this gives me something to work with, and by putting a frame, a border around it, sometimes it pulls it together so I can actually see what's
Oh, wow.
going on. Because the edges sometimes just, and then I reflect on it and I say, is this working well enough for me to continue as a painting? So